This is my iPhone 13. I've had it about 2 years now. It has a mobile camera in it and it's a great little phone. What I loved about this is the awesome video that it captured. I absolutely love this. Especially coming from an affordable camera, I was blown away by what this could do. I was curious to know how the dedicated cameras would perform, and so began a search. A search for the best of the best and what level of image quality a dedicated camera would possess. I searched the net. I googled many of the doubts I had. I questioned the numerous Quora users. I read all those lengthy blog posts. I watched countless videos on YouTube. I learnt what all the camera terms like ISO, aperture, shutter speed, exposure, white balance and whatnot. I had found a new love for cameras and I finally decided to buy a camera for myself. As a beginner, I wanted something affordable but also the best in the price range. And after going through many reviews, I finally decided to buy this camera, the Sony ZV-E10. I was considering to buy a used one which would cost me a bit less, but eventually I settled on a new one. I was not sure what to expect even though I had watched many YouTube videos, read about the cameras from many sources, but eventually I hadn't had any real experience of using a camera. I considered to rent one before buying, but I didn't do it. I thought whatever. I decided if we go for it, then we go for it. None of this rent bullshit. I ordered it and soon the camera was home, my pyara Sony ZV-E10. I knew the kit lens was inferior to other zoom and prime lenses, but since I was a novice in camera stuffs, I ordered the kit lens anyway. I thought let's see how the thing performs and later we could upgrade to the desired lens. A week went by, I couldn't test my camera thoroughly and I just took some pictures and videos and it looked very good on the camera screen. And then a friend of mine planned a 3 days motorcycle trip to Ooty. We packed our things, made sure the bikes were properly serviced and I took my camera to the trip to make sure the memories are in the fullest of quality. We did the trip and it was perfect. The scenery, the weather, the people, the road, the fields, everything was perfect. And soon we were back to our normal lives. Some days later, my friend demanded the photos as if they were the boss. And I said, 10 rupees for each photo, buddy. Well, jokes apart, I hooked up the camera to my laptop and the things I saw was just, ooh, nice. I was looking for the videos which are so hidden in some other folders, I don't know where it is, and after finding it I was like, what the f. I was so disappointed with the camera quality that I deleted each and every video that it took. I was so disappointed. I also wanted to throw away the camera over there, but then I realized that I was middle class. Well, long story short, all the videos taken by the camera were shit. The stabilization was shit. I knew it, but it would be that big of a difference? That was news. But then the real shocker was the rolling shutter of the camera. The footage was so jiggly joo. The jello effect, they say. I was so let down that my heart was broken. All my dreams of becoming a filmmaker were shattered.
No such dreams were existent.
I came from an iPhone 13 to a entry-level dedicated camera thinking,
at least the camera would be better than my iPhone.
And boy was I wrong. The thing is, iPhone have too much of hardware in them that we take them for granted. It has pretty good stabilization and due to its small sensor, the rolling shutter readout speed are fast enough that it achieves global shutter level tech compared to its camera counterparts who have large sensors. All this hardware tech all together makes the iPhone really good as a unit. And the shutter speed, the stabilization, the image quality similar to that of a dedicated camera for a fifth of its price makes the iPhone a really hard to beat device. Add to that the portability and all the functions a mobile phone can do makes it a really hard to beat device. So if you're wondering why my iPhone is better than my dedicated camera, so this is the answer. It's a combination of good stabilization with small sensors which actually increases the rolling shutter readout speed, and the nearly identical quality footage in good lighting makes the iPhone outperform the budget cameras in video taking experience. And I'm not just talking about the budget cameras of Sony, I'm talking about the budget cameras of all the brands. Budget camera in sense. I think people who are making YouTube videos should keep in mind that most of their audience are noobs. Noobs. And they should consider where most of their viewers are coming from. But the thing is, Sony marketed this camera for vlogging and stuffs, but the reality is that you cannot do vlogging and do stuffs which are motion based. Realistically, all you can do is slow panning shots with a gimbal in hand, because it's very difficult to do that handheld. The only thing that you can do very well with this camera is still shots like this that you are watching right now. If you are still confused, then let me show you some video footage from both my iPhone and this camera. Here on the left, I have recorded with the iPhone, and on the right, it's with the camera. I have set both of them on auto mode, and as you can see how the footage looks like. And this is a shake test. While shaking, the footage is kinda jiggling around in both the cameras, but on the Sony camera, it's very prevalent. All in all, I just want you all to know what you are getting into investing that hard-earned money of yours. I feel that photography and videography are very pleasant things to do, and especially when the footage comes out really good, you know. And those who are just getting started, I hope the best for you, and I hope that this information be useful to you. I'm Arjun, and I'll catch you in the next one.